What's up, everybody? Colin here with Techout, and today I want to talk about the iPhone Air. We've been focusing here a lot on the beta here lately, and I just want to talk about some hardware for a change. And we're coming up on the September event here in probably just about a month, a little over a month, a couple days. And from what I've seen on the rumors, we are not going to be getting the iPhone Air 2 until around March or April when they release the iPhone 18e. So later in into next year when those series come out, because they have kind of reserved September for the 18, 18 Pro, and the new foldable that is rumored to launch. And I wanted to just talk about my experience with the iPhone Air, because I know it's a very controversial kind of device in terms of its, value and usability and stuff like that, and just overall performance and battery life is, the biggest thing. But I've had my iPhone Air. I've had this iPhone Air for a few months. If you haven't seen my other videos, when the iPhone Air first came out back in September, this was the device I originally ordered for my pre-order. I was going to use the iPhone Air exclusively and hold off on the Pro series for this year. Now that changed, of course, later in the year, because I kind of have to have all the new stuff and couldn't just have one. So I pre-ordered the iPhone Air, got that, used it for a few months, and then I really, really liked, this cosmic orange. It's a great color on the Pro series. So I picked up a 17 Pro, and I used that for a while. And then in January, I sold the 17 Pro and went to the 17 Pro Max because I wanted the bigger screen size. And within that time frame, I had my original iPhone Air that I had bought and used and sold. And then I purchased a used iPhone Air on eBay because I really missed the slim, form factor of this phone. And I had that. I used it for a while, and I ended up just kind of reselling it on eBay for what I paid for it a couple months after, just because I had been using my Pro Max mainly as my main device. I was trying some other devices in that time. I had the S26 Ultra. I tried the Pixel 11 Pro Fold for a very short period of time. Had kind of a bad experience with Google supporting that and trying to purchase a warranty on it. And it was kind of just a bulky foldable compared to when I had like the Z Fold 7 and stuff like that. So I ended up just returning that. I didn't sell it or anything. I just straight up did a return on it. The S26 Ultra, as you guys know, I have some videos of this on the channel as well. I had a screen defect, which Samsung would not cover under warranty. So I paid for the screen to get fixed with the Samsung Care Plus, and then I sold the S26 Ultra after that. And since I haven't had that, I haven't used Android at all. I've been using my iPhones for everything. That's all I have right now. I've got my 17 Pro Max. I've got my iPhone Air, which I switch back and forth for my personal devices. And then I have an iPhone 17e, which I use exclusively for work. I don't really do anything other than work stuff on it, so I don't show it on the channel because that's all I use it for, is just apps for work. But the iPhone Air has been my go-to kind of always come back to it device. I'll use my 17 Pro Max for a while when I want the larger screen, when I want the better battery life, the camera, stuff like that. But the iPhone Air is my one I always return to. I bought 3 of them, so as you can see, I always return to it. Even if I sell one a couple months later, I'm like, man, I really miss my iPhone Air, and I get another one. This one I actually bought from Best Buy unlocked when they had a Memorial Day sale, so I've had this one since like around Memorial Day. They were down to like $849, and I was like, man, and for that, you can't beat it. It supports all the iOS 27, AI stuff. It's got the same processor as the iPhone 17 Pro. The only thing you really lose out on is battery life, and that's not a huge issue for me. I do have the iPhone Air MagSafe battery that I'll put on here time to time if I'm going to be out for a while. But in the most part, if I'm not home constantly using my phone, if I'm out and about doing other things, the iPhone Air can get me through a day, pretty easily if I, give it maybe a little top up in the car or when I get home, stuff like that. But other than that, I really haven't had any issues with the battery life. I've got like 65 cycles on this battery since the end of May. So it is, you can tell that the battery life is a lot worse, and it does get charged a lot more because I've had my iPhone 17 Pro Max longer. and I do kind of use them about the same in terms of like charging and stuff like that, or not charging. The Air gets charged more, obviously, but in terms of like hourly usage, and I have 107 cycles on my Pro Max, and I've had that one since January. So you can tell kind of there that I do have to charge this one more, because I can have a Pro Series phone and only have 150, 200 cycles on it by the time I sell it or trade it in after a year. This one, if I had it for a year, would probably be in the 300 mark if I use this device every day. So the hope for the iPhone Air 2 is definitely better battery life and better cooling performance. The only other gripe I have about this phone, I don't really care about the camera. The only other gripe I have about this phone is when I'm doing something like software updates, or if I update apps in the App Store, or if I'm outside, it tends to dim the screen. If you're doing anything that's kind of processor intensive for more than a couple minutes at a time, it does not have the cooling capacity that the Pros do with their vapor chamber. So that is the biggest thing I noticed, is that the screen dims very quickly and very frequently. So hopefully they can improve the cooling on the iPhone Air 2 and give it a little bit of a bump in battery life. Other than that, it is my favorite phone. I had the S25 Edge when Samsung had that, and I liked it. The software experience just feels different when the device is just so thin in your hand and it feels like that. The whole experience is just different, in my opinion. And that was the same way with the S25 Edge when Samsung had updated One UI, when Apple updated to Liquid Glass and all that kind of stuff with iOS 26. It was the same way. It was a whole new experience with the iPhone Air. I don't see myself getting rid of this phone. The only thing that would make me get rid of this phone is pricing on the Z Fold 8, if I do decide to go ahead and pick one up, or availability on that. This one would be the one to go over my 17 Pro Max, and not because I like like I said, I like this phone more overall than the 17 Pro Max, but if I'm going to have one iPhone, I'm going to keep the one that makes the most sense and practicality wise with the battery and everything is the Pro Max. So as far as like fun to use and everything like that, iPhone Air all the way. But in terms of like, if I had to pick one, if I was stuck with one every day, in terms of just like needs wise, not just like cool factor and preference, it would be this, because I know I can get all day on this. I know I can get, everything I need to do on the iPhone 17 Pro. I mean, I can on the Air. It's just like, it's hard to say. Like, I'm trying to say the iPhone Air is my favorite phone, which it is, but then I'm trying to also say that this would be the one I keep, and it's kind of hard to explain why. But practicality wise, the iPhone 17 Pro Max would be the one that I keep if I only have one iPhone, because it's the one that checks all the boxes, whereas the iPhone Air only kind of checks the, I like how it looks, I like how it feels kind of thing, but it's not the best battery life. It's not the best with cooling, that kind of thing. So hopefully you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from there, and saying, I started off by saying it's my favorite phone. It's the one I always go back to, but then I switched off to it's the first one I would get rid of if I got a Fold. But that's why, just because I like the orange, and then this one, like practicality wise, is the one I know would be the smartest move to keep. But yes, I would buy an iPhone Air 2 in a heartbeat. I would buy, the second version of it. Even if they didn't change that much on it, the iPhone Air was a great device in my opinion, and I hope they keep it up, and they do introduce a second one, because Samsung killed off the Edge after the S25. So I do plan on getting a new Air if they come out in April. If they release them in September, I probably won't, because I'm going to be tying most of the funds up in the iPhone Fold, and trying to get my hands on that as fast as possible. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Colin again, and I am with Techout. So make sure you click that subscribe button down below, and thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.